everyone. This is Ambalika Banerjee from CityCast.
Shikha Jaiswal covering the top stories from the city.
Our top story this evening will take you to one of the oldest market in the city, and we find out that it's not fire safe. Our reporter Bhavya tells us about the corporation's plan to comply with the fire safety norms.
KR Market, considered to be one of the biggest flower markets in Asia, does not have firefighting equipment. The possibility of a massive fire hazard hangs over this pre-independence marketing complex. The president of the Flower Traders Association, KR Market, talks to our reporter.
It is a very big market in Karnataka. Totally, we are having 1,800 shops. There is no fire extinction. So, up to now, totally 17 fire accidents has been taken place. So, we have filed a complaint.
The president of Traders Association, KR Market, adds more to the narration.
आग बुझाने के लिए वो जो फायर का जो गैस का ये आता है वो नहीं बनाया डमो और सीढ़ी नहीं डाल के देखा है और अप्रैल तक हाई कोर्ट ने आर्डर दिया है बना के देता बोल के वैसा कुछ भी एक काम भी होके नहीं है.
BBMP in March this year planned to install safety equipments at a cost of around 50 crore rupees in the complex. They scheduled to complete this by April.
Okay, as far as the project is concerned, we called that third tender, we called it, and technical evaluation we have to do it. Tender has been opened due to some e-procurement technical issues are there. So it should be resolved in maybe in 1 or 2 weeks.
BBMP says they will soon start the work. The fire department says it is difficult for them to access the area in case a fire breaks out.
सराउंडिंग में फायर फाइटिंग करने का व्हीकल जाने का रास्ता मिलना मेरा प्लान है एंड वेटराइजर साइड में वेटराइजर बॉक्स डालने लगी ये स्मोक डिटेक्टर है स्प्रिंकलर सिस्टम है एंड वेटराइजर सिस्टम है.
The BBMP has given a tentative deadline on the beginning of the plan. Meanwhile, the traders work in anticipation of getting the fire safety equipments for a safe living in KR Market.
Up next, the wait at toll booths is bothersome. The solution was FASTag. But FASTag users say they do not save time at the toll booths. Our reporter Malika Banerjee tells us the reason behind.
FASTag lanes are for simultaneous toll payments at the gates. However, the machines at the gates are not scanning the tags efficiently and require about 3 to 5 attempts to pay the toll. This causes long queues and adds to the commute time.
स्कैन करने टाइम पे थोड़ा दिक्कत होता है, लेट होता है, थोड़ा रुक के जाना पड़ता है, एक बार स्कैन भी नहीं होता है, कभी वो बंद भी पड़ता है.
FASTag is an electronic toll collection services run by the National Highway Authority of India. About 57% of total complaints registered under India Consumer Complaint Forum for NHAI for past 1 year are regarding FASTag. Frequent users of FASTag complain the service is not up to the mark.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಗ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದೊಂದೇ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ ಟೋಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರೂ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಗ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ರೀಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಿನೂ ವೇಸ್ಟು. ಮತ್ತು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸಾರಿ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಗೂ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಲೈನಲ್ಲೂ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಡಬಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ.
Once late night I was coming, signal that one it didn't open and it was dashed to my vehicle.
An official from NHAI said the problem is mostly because of insufficient balance in the user's account, due to which the boom barrier doesn't function. Instances like double deduction and wrong deduction of tax at the tolls are hindrance to the customers. An expert in the city shares a possible solution.
We should not use a semi-automatic. We have to go for the fully automatic. If the delay is more than 180 seconds, then he need not pay any toll at all.
While the Road Ministry aims at turning all the existing lanes into FASTag by 1st of December 2019, the existing one continues to glitch. This is Ambalika Banerjee reporting for CityCast. Now moving from drivers to the pedestrians in the city. The pedestrians have lesser space to walk as the footpaths are being encroached. Our reporter Aarti tells us more about it.
Street vendors and shopkeepers are putting up their shops and products on the footpath in the city. This covers the whole walking area for the public. A footpath drive is done once in a week by the officials of BBMP, and in 2 hours they completely remove it, says Mr. Venkatesh, Engineer-in-Chief, BBMP.
About footpath, we are talking about public space. So any kind of encroachment on a public space, it does not violate any person's individual private rights, but for a community, now there is a violation of right. Any action that we take in BBMP It is guided by the Karnataka Municipal Corporations Act.
The hawkers and the shops increase their encroachment during the festive times. Pedestrians have to walk on the roads as there are no footpaths, reducing the safety of citizens walking on the road.
The encroachment nowadays is increasing because the hawkers have no other alternatives for their own business.
It is the right of the citizens to walk on the footpath, and the encroachment is increasing even after the constant checking by the BBMP. Aarti Pitambran, CityCast.
Number of people suffering from dengue has increased. Our reporter Sumaya Ahmed tells us which part of the city has most number of patients.
A 50-year-old woman is battling for her life at Kiarpuram Hospital. A few days after being diagnosed with dengue, she is among a growing number of patients with disease in the city. District surveillance report released by BBMP shows 2 people died last week due to dengue in East Zone. East Zone has the most number of dengue cases.
In the month of July, it reached its peak, the registering cases of 2,563. As you know, whenever there is an intermittent rain, that will lead to increase in the number of breeding spots for mosquito.
The BBMP say that it has taken preventive measures to stop mosquito from breeding. The district surveillance officer for malaria control say that they are working to prevent mosquito from breeding.
Preventive measures. The preventive measures are taken care by our department, including the junior health assistants, female, male, and ASHA workers. They are going to each and every houses. They are visiting house to house. They are searching for the breeding sites, and we are curtailing the breeding sites.
Medical experts stress on the need for community efforts to prevent this disease. The experts say
people should be taking care of their personal hygiene, and on the community basis, people should take care of their surroundings. And the third thing, what people should work on is hospital basis documentations and other important tests and all what are done should be taken care of.
Mosquitoes breed inside home and terrace where there is stagnant water. The best way is to use mosquito net to prevent dengue, maintain hygiene, and make sure that there is no larva production.
It's time to slip into a short break here. We'll be right back with more news.
Mosquitoes breed on stagnant water. Save yourself from dengue.
Welcome back from the break, and thank you for being with us. Now, moving on. Passengers are buying unreserved tickets and are travelling in reserved compartments. Our reporter Kavita gets us more into the story.
Railway official Venkateshwaran N says the number of people travelling in sleeper coaches without reserved tickets was 9,628 in 2018 and it has gone up by 10% in 2019. The minimum price for reserving a ticket is Rs 200 and it increases depending on the destination. The minimum penalty for travelling with a general ticket in reserved compartment is Rs 250. According to the data given by South Western Railway, Bengaluru, in the month of July and August 2019, the number of people booked for not taking ticket was 3,086.
Inconvenience created by the passengers, the people who travel in the reserved compartment. They are a menace. Of course, they are really a menace. They don't cooperate with the people who are already traveling with the reserved ticket.
There are almost 20,000 passengers are travelling from Bengaluru cantonment every day. From the year 2014 to 2017, 405 people got injured and 227 people died in railway tracks.
I normally book a reservation ticket. So before 2 years, I was going unreserved ticket. Sometimes I used to pay for TT also.
The penalty for people carrying luggage that exceeds 20 kgs is Rs 1,500.
From the security, this one we book them for 6 months. Maximum penalty is 6 months. Fine is 1,000 rupees.
Here and there, we'll get some complaints that the passengers, the general class passengers, are traveling in a reserved compartment. Now all reserved compartments they're fully occupied. Inconvenience caused to the customer who has paid for reserved berth. These people will enter and it may cause inconvenience. So we are trying to curb that menace by regular ticket checking and imposing a penalty.
Despite heavy fines and punishments, people still travel in the reserved compartment without relevant tickets. Reporter Kavita R, CityCast.
Zebra crossing on the roads are meant for the safety of the pedestrians. Yet they feel unsafe while walking on the road. We have our reporter Shlok Arya talking about the concerned issue.
For the safety of pedestrians, Bangalore government installed 52 pedestrian lighting in 2005, out of which only 30 works, and they promised to install 60 more by 2018. The pedestrian lighting failed to create an impact, and pedestrians still find hard in crossing the road. The pedestrians themselves ignore zebra crossing and cross from the middle of the road, making it difficult for the drivers.
सभी यहाँ बेंगलुरु में ट्रैफिक की वजह से सभी हड़बड़ी में रहते हैं.
According to the Road Safety Act, drivers should reduce the speed while approaching a zebra crossing, thus forcing people to cross the road. ACP MC Kavita said neither the driver nor the pedestrian understand gravitas of zebra crossing on the road. Therefore, she blames both sides of the party for violating the zebra crossing rules.
The drivers and pedestrians both are to be blamed for the violation. The drivers are always in rush to cross the road while pedestrians take traffic light for granted.
The traffic expert believes it is important to change the design of zebra crossing to keep the driver's speed in check.
We are creating a high-rise pedestrian crossing of this shape. Both sides vehicle have to climb 15 centimeter, then come. Due to that reason and due to advanced signboards, there is some hurdle for the vehicles also. Obviously, they come down or reduce the speed.
Along with the increase in fine for traffic violation, the government plans to adopt elevated zebra crossing to combat this problem. This is Shlok Arya signing off from CityCast.
The new bus terminal at Kalapsapalyam was to be ready by July of this year. However, there is a delay in the construction process. Our reporter Shikha tells us the reason behind the delay.
Kalasipalya bus stand is the second busiest terminal in the city. 10 years have elapsed since the idea was conceived. The much-awaited Kalasipalya bus stand terminal is expected to get completed by the month of January 2020. The BMTC began work on the 63.5 crore bus terminal spread over acres at the congested Kalasipalya 2 years back. It will soon become a model for other bus stands in the city.
Definitely once it comes up, it is in the heart of the city. Definitely once this project comes up, definitely it will be useful for public because all the different modes of transport like KSRTC in the city are interstate and interstate all are placed at one place, and we are hoping to complete as early as possible.
Every day, hundreds of buses operate from Kalasipalyam bus stand to the neighbouring states, which makes it difficult for the shoppers and pedestrians in the area. The new terminal will be able to accommodate 44 bus bays with 2 floors divided among the BMTC and KSRTC.
अभी 3 साल का काम चल रहा है. इधर पोल्यूशन ज़्यादा है, ट्रैफिक ज़्यादा है, पूरा हमको ये इधर बैठने को प्रॉब्लम होता है.
Urban planners say a way of reducing construction time for such projects is to use technology.
In order to overcome the congestion and the paucity of time, we need to look at newer technologies where most of the manufacturing as well as compacting the entire process has to be done outside and brought into the site there.
It is the Transport Management Center, and once it comes up, it will be useful for public. We are open to complete as soon as possible. This is Shikha Jaiswal signing off CityCast.
HSR layout has a street dog menace. Our reporter Shakib Zubair will tell you the reason as to the number of increase in the street dogs of that particular area.
Residents say these dogs chase them on the roads and their barking disturbs their sleep at night.
ಮೂರು ಸತಿ ಹಾಕಿದೆ. ಅದು ಒಂದು 8-10 ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಟೈಮ್ ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತು. ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ. 3ನೇ ಟೈಮ್ ಹಾಕಿರೋದು ಈ ಏರಿಯಾ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಆ ತಾಯಿ ಇದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಡಾಗ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. ಸುಮಾರು ಒಂದು ಇವಾಗ 4 ಇರೋದು ಒಂದು 15 ಮೇಲೆ.
Residents also complain that the Chetak Welfare Organization, an NGO assigned to catch and sterilize the dogs in the area, is being inefficient.
We cannot able to catch the dogs because when we bring it to the vehicles, so many dogs run away because they will identify easily this dog smell, this van smell, as well as they come with the butterfly net. Another one, people also hesitate with this treat. They don't want the dog again.
An expert, however, suggests that the dog menace is a larger issue and is a result of the mistakes of the people as well as the authorities.
It's basically what I call a big city problem or a prosperous city problem. A lot more food being consumed, a lot more food being wasted, and a lot more garbage being generated. And it's because of this garbage generation that we have a lot of rats and cats and dogs. We need a two-pronged attack. One is to work on managing our garbage, of course, and on neutering the dogs and controlling their population to make sure they don't keep, the numbers don't keep in.
Dog menace in HSR layout raises concerns over the effectiveness of the BBMP policy for animal birth control. Shakib Zubair reporting for the CityCast News.
Thank you for watching CityCast.
Have a nice weekend ahead.